It's June 13th, 2016, and it's time to review 5 of the most outrageous, infuriating, or just plain baffling things that have happened lately. It's your Facepalm 5. Let's count them down. Number 1. Father of convicted rapist writes letter protesting son's sentence. A little over a week ago, Stanford University swimmer Brock Turner was convicted of rape. Turner's father wrote to the judge asking that his son be given a light sentence because he's really sorry and this whole thing has just been kind of rough on him. The judge sentenced Brock Turner to 6 months in jail. 6 months in jail for raping an unconscious woman behind a dumpster after a fraternity party, which is already a far more severe punishment than 97% of rapists ever receive for their crimes. So why should Brock Turner be punished so harshly for a crime that almost everyone else who commits it gets away with? That's not fair. Hey, Father's Day is this Sunday, you know, and I think I found the perfect gift for Brock Turner's father. What do you think? I think it suits him. Insert regular reminder that Donald Trump is openly and undeniably racist and he's a major party's nominee for President of the United States. President of the United States, for Christ's sake. Here. So what racist stuff has Trump said since the last episode? Oh, yeah. When he pointed out the black man at his rally and said, "Look at my beautiful African American over here." Like he was a barker at a fucking slave auction. "A fine young buck with a strong back and a temperate disposition." Anything else? What's the other one? The Hispanic judge, the judge with Mexican heritage presiding over the Trump University lawsuit. Trump said he can't possibly be objective. He has a conflict of interest because he's Mexican. Gee, I wonder why the judge being of Mexican heritage would be a problem for Donald Trump. Is that it? Is there anything else? Can you speak up? I can barely hear you. Number 3, conservative group objects to teachers talking to students about gender roles. Recently, the Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction in Washington State issued new guidance to public school teachers on how to speak with students about gender roles beginning in kindergarten. In response, the conservative Family Policy Institute of Washington expressed its concerns that these new standards are not age appropriate because I guess questions like, can boys wear pink or can girls play basketball, would just be too upsetting and confusing for the 5-year-olds. I really don't get what the objection is here. If you are a parent and you don't want your child to be taught to respect other people regardless of how they choose to express their gender, you can opt your child out of those lessons. Nobody is going to force your kid to grow up into a tolerant, open-minded person. So just relax. Number 4, state representative responds to police brutality with victim-blaming letter. Tony Cornish, a Republican state rep from Minnesota, has published a letter to the editor advising people how they might avoid being victims of police brutality by following some simple precautions like don't be a thug or don't flap your jaws when the police arrive. Thug is a dog whistle term meaning black, and given the pronounced racial disparities related to police brutality, I suppose in a way it is practical advice to tell people to avoid being fatally shot by police by not being black, although I fear that many of those who could benefit the most from this advice will find it extremely difficult to follow. Number 5, Hollywood fights Muslim stereotypes by casting white people. The producers of an upcoming film about 13th century Sufi poet Rumi are hoping to challenge negative portrayals of Muslims by casting Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert Downey Jr. in the leading roles. Personally, I think this is a step in the wrong direction. After films like Exodus, Gods and Kings, and Prince of Persia, it seems like the most harmful stereotype about Middle Eastern people living in centuries past is that they were all white. That's 5. Catch you later. Hey folks, hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe, and also consider helping me to make more videos like this one by becoming a supporter of this channel through Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/Steve Shives to become a patron. You can support this channel for as little as $1 a month, but if you choose to support at a level of $5 a month or more, you get yourself a shout out, like these kind folks. Peter Sullivan, thank you Peter. Susan Wilson, thank you Susan. And Adrian M. Harris. Thank you, Adrian. Thanks to all my patrons. Thanks to all of you for watching, and I'll see you next time.